Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yes, I'm drunk. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm drunk. It's all good. I've enjoyed my last glass of wine. I am going to be dry for 24 days. I will be dry until conference championship day, January 25th. That's 24 days. My dry spell begins right now. Happy New Year. 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 Happy New Year to all of you guys and your family and friends and your relatives. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Gotta check out the highlights of the Indiana game. They beat the living shit out of Alabama. There's no surprises right there. Uh, the Miami game was garbage. I was hoping Miami would get destroyed, but still have to go through Georgia. Still have to go through Indiana. Indiana looks like they're the best team in the country. So hopefully Miami loses. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. Miami's not the best team in the country. Indiana is the best team in the country. So Indiana is going to win the national championship because they broken, beaten, and scarred Alabama all the way through. Ohio State's just garbage. Ryan Day doesn't prepare for the major games, does he? Fuck Miami. Fuck Miami. They're going to lose. I'll enjoy every moment when Miami does lose. Fuck Miami. After that little game against Texas A&M, they had Notre Dame on their mind, so we're still Big Brother. We're still Big Brother. Ohio State is a bunch of dog shit. Ryan Day knows fuck all about winning big games. You saw how they did against Michigan last year. You saw how they did against Michigan last year. He was lucky. He had Will Howard. He was lucky. He is garbage. Ohio State is trash. Fuck Ohio State. That's all I have to say. You had one fucking job. Beat fucking Miami. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck Ohio State. Fuck you guys. You're garbage. How do I know you're garbage? Some other team out there is going to whip the ass of Miami, and it's the other team in Indiana. It's the other team in Indiana. I don't give a shit if another team in Indiana wins the national championship. Anybody but Miami. Anybody but Miami. I don't give a fuck about the Hoosiers. Honestly. We beat Indiana last year. We beat Indiana last year. We beat them in the first round. It makes us look better if Indiana wins the title after losing against Notre Dame. So fuck Miami. There's no way Ohio State should be losing against Carson Beck. Ryan Day is fucking garbage. I honestly I wonder should Notre Dame have lost against Ohio State last year after scoring in the first drive in the first quarter? Honestly, that says everything about Marcus Freeman. He had one job. Ryan Day was in choke mode. He choked away that national championship game. He choked away that national championship game. He choked it away. There's no ifs or buts. There's no ifs or buts. If you let a garbage team like Miami, who lost against Louisville and I think Southern Methodist, there's no spinning it. There's no spinning it, my friend. There's no spinning it this time. Hopefully Miami loses. Just fuck Ohio State. Fuck you guys. I get it. The record on New Year's Eve, blah, 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 blah. They're 0-2, now 0-3. Well, fuck Ohio State. It's just college football playoff. It doesn't mean shit, but still, fuck you guys, because it would have been nice to see Miami lose. Okay, I'm done venting about that. Miami deserved to win. They showed up. Ohio State did not. So ultimately, that defense on the road at Texas A&M, you understand that they showed up and played against Ohio State. So ultimately, Miami deserves some props, but they deserve their props. They do, but still. Hopefully Georgia secures the deal. Fuck you. Hopefully Georgia destroys you. Fuck you. I think you motherfuckers still have Ohio State living rent free in your goddamn brains. Fuck you. Listen. When I interpret the Patriots, understand. I think they have to make what Tom Brady did look so godly. You know, if the Broncos have home field, the Broncos can easily make it to the Super Bowl by winning 2 home field games at Mile High. Understand? It's not a guarantee for Denver. They lost against the Colts and Andrew Luck over there. They lost against the Ravens. They lost against the Steelers in the AFC Championship game. It was 2005. So it's not automatic that the Denver Broncos is going to win the conference. But still, with high altitude and Patriots don't have the playoff experience. I'd give the benefit of the doubt to the Broncos, but based off of previous history with Peyton Manning, they have lost plenty of home games at Mile High during the Peyton Manning era. So, but Drake May could win regular season MVP, and he probably will because Matt Stafford shit the bed against the Falcons. Stafford, he still showed up against the Seahawks, but it's more of the Rams' defense collapsed towards the end. But Drake May's going to win regular season MVP, and that should really give Drake May the edge for the regular season MVP. But it is a Tom Brady cult status. If the Patriots lose against Drake May, then it really shows how important it is to have a player of Tom Brady's magnitude in the playoffs. So listen. The Patriots, I think, will make it to the conference championship game. They're going to have their chance, but I'm going to go Broncos over Patriots. The Texans, I think, should make it to the divisional round. When you have a team like that that's won like 9 or 10 straight games in their season, I mean, I don't give a fuck about quarterback names like Lamar Jackson. I mean, Texans have a very fast, very physical defense. They're going to make life hell for Lamar Jackson if they're in the wild card round of the playoffs. It's called having ball knowledge. It's about watching that Texan defense. I mean, very, very disciplined. They cover their gaps pretty well. They're going to make life hell for Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Listen, we can all be biased towards the names like Mahomes and Burrow and Lamar, but I think this year, these teams like Jacksonville and Houston and New England and Denver, they have proven that they are elite this year. So it's not for long. NFL is no figure league. It also stands for not for long. This year, it is just a different year for the AFC, and you can't just overlook CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans and his defensive unit. In the defensive units for the Denver Bronco defense and in Mike Vrabel's unit too. So defense wins championships. These teams also have some very solid young quarterback play of Bo Nix and Drake May and CJ Stroud. He's had consistent playoff results. So, and these are the things that are lacking for the Bengals and the Ravens. They don't have these good defenses. They're not giving support around Lamar Jackson and his fucking name, Joe Burrow. So listen. You got to ignore the quarterback names. You got to ignore the names. You just have to go with the teams out there that have got the best quarterback play in addition to the best defense. Yeah, the Rams are garbage. Listen, dude, they fucked themselves up against the Falcons. They cost themselves a real opportunity. They're playing against they're not playing the winner of the NFC South. The Rams are playing they could play the Eagles, and if the Rams are playing the Eagles, I'm going to take the Eagles. The Cardinals don't mean shit, okay? I'm going to be watching my Cards play week 17 and week 18, but they fucked themselves over, Defending champions or the winner of the NFC South. The Rams fucked themselves over. It seems like Matthew Stafford is aging. It seems like he is dealing with more physical pain than in previous weeks. That's bad for the Rams. They are fucked. I mean, I think they're fucked with Nakula's comments towards the refs. They're screwed. Seahawks and 49ers are in far better shape than the LA Rams. I mean, that's one team that fucked their season over because one player decided to run their mouth. It was very unwise comments. Y'all been waiting for the comments. Trayvon Diggs, another cowboy, a big cowboy on the Packers. Can you imagine? It doesn't matter if Micah Parsons is out for the year, but if Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs win NFC rings, Super Bowl rings, can you imagine how that's going to make Jerry feel? I mean, the Cowboys are boring with Jerry Jones. If you have Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons win NFC rings, Super Bowl rings, I mean, Cowboys are boring until Jerry Jones dies. I mean, he should basically die because we already know the Cowboys are very predictable. They're not going to make it to NFC Championship game, blah, 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 blah. But at least spice it up a bit where Jerry Jones is dead, but is Jerry Jones a symptom or his little son is there? It doesn't make a difference to begin with. Jerry Jones passing away would kind of make the Cowboys kind of far more interesting. Like, are they really going to be different without Jerry Jones, or are they going to be the same exact team? But here's what I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to NFL pass defense. Yes, I think the Packers' strength is not their run defense, but how they defend the pass. And in today's NFL, you want to defend against the pass. You want to be able to have a great elite pass defense that can. Now, we're not speaking about Legion of Boom, obviously, because that's a one-of-a-kind pass defense. But generally, you want to be able to have a defense where they're not going to throw deep on you, and you want to tackle well underneath. And Packer defense tackles well underneath. I mean, Tom Brady said himself they tackle very well underneath, and that's kind of their formula. And if your strength is defending against the pass, you may as well bring in an all-pro cornerback who defends well against the pass. So I'd say this is a very good move where if you're not getting the pass rush of Micah Parsons, you have a guy like Trayvon Diggs, then makes it hard to have a very good downfield passing attack against a defense like the Packers. So I'd say this is a very good idea on the Packers' part that They focus on what they do well, which is the pass defense. If I go to team pass defense, I mean the Packers have a fine pass defense without taking account Micah Parsons. It shows you the Packers are not giving up on their season. They take it very fucking damn serious. They're just not hoping you know, they're obviously you know, they're not looking for a prayer. They're not looking for a prayer. They're still all in on the championship, and that's what you can appreciate about making a move for a guy like Trevon Diggs. Is they're still all in on the season. They're still all in on the season. The Cowboys don't have a good defense to begin with. Trevon Diggs plays for an outdated defensive scheme of Matt Eberflus. You see, they're completely outdated. He is playing for a real defense right now. He's not playing for an outdated defensive unit. Team pass defense, yards per game. I mean, listen. Bills are number 1 on pass defense. Browns are number 2. Vikings are number 3. Texans are number 4. Saints are number 5. Chargers are number 6. Packers are number 7. Pass defense is an area where the Packers are very strong. That they're better pass defense than the Eagles and the Patriots and the Seahawks. So, and you combine it with adding Trevon Diggs. This was always a strength of the Packers, is defending against the pass. And you have guys that are hurt, but you add Trevon Diggs. Listen, when you're already top 6, top 7 pass defense and you add Trevon Diggs, this is a strong move. The Packers are going to beat teams with their pass coverage, not their pass rush. They're going to beat teams with their pass coverage. They're going to look to bait teams into throwing interceptions with their elite style pass defensive coverage. It's simply not a team that is built on getting a lot of sacks. They're built on taking away the deep pass. They're going to force you to throw underneath, but these guys underneath, they're going to tackle very well underneath. Tom Brady said that they're a very good tackling team, and I've seen them in action against the Bears. They whipped the ass of the Bears. I don't think Caleb is ready to handle this kind of pass defense. So you have to understand this is already top 10 in pass defense in the NFL. And I like how you want to focus on your area of strength. Don't give up chunk plays on the run, but you shut down the pass when you get to the 30-yard line of the opposition. They make it a very short field to get yards against, especially when there's 30 yards left, there's 35 yards left, and they play cover 3, cover 4. The field shortens, but there are more bodies around covering the pass. That's the formula of the Packers. Yeah, it's already been decided, y'all. Jordan Love is getting the ultimate revenge against the garbage Chicago Bears. It's already been decided. Now, the only thing that has been left to interpretation is how are the Eagles going to do against Washington? Are the Eagles going to be the number 2 seed? Or are the Eagles going to win and then this will mean that Chicago Bears are the number 2 seed. It all depends on how Eagles do against Washington. So it's not automatic yet that the Bears are the number 2 seed. It all depends on how the Eagles do against Washington. Guys will be playing for future jobs in the coming seasons. That's the kind of thing when you have teams like the Vikings and Washington, is guys are playing to get a roster spot for next year in training camp or on the overall roster on the team. So these little things don't go ignored. They matter a lot because guys depend on getting a job for their livelihoods for the very next season. So it does make a difference when you're a player on the bubble on Washington or on the Vikings or even on the Lions, for example. So there are no automatics entering the final week of the season. They're guys playing for their playing careers in week 18. And on the Arizona Cardinals, there'll be guys playing for roster spots, the right to go to training camp in the opening week of next year. So there are no automatics because of that one variable that goes into play. And so the Trayvon Diggs makes an elite stop pass defense even tougher to beat. I think the Cowboys' overall personnel is garbage. And I think Trayvon Diggs can be surrounded by more talent on the Packers. Listen, listen, listen. The Packers are all in on winning the championship, from Micah Parsons' deal to adding Trayvon Diggs. They are hell bent on winning the conference in the Super Bowl. I have reason to believe that Trayvon Diggs was not performing because the Cowboys had zero pass rush. That terrible player personnel. Sometimes you need proper player personnel that the pass rush accommodates the secondary. That's kind of why the Seahawks are good, because they had a good pass rush to back up whatever the Legion of Boom is doing. So I believe this was a much needed move for the Packers. Arsenal are 4 points clear in the table. They are going to start to score goals like it's free candy on Halloween. Understand? Premier League is over. Arsenal have won the Premier League. Man City are rubbish. They don't have De Bruyne. They don't have Gundogan. It's not the same team. They won 9 straight games in the Premier League before today, and they're 4 points back. I mean, the roles have certainly reversed. It's Arsenal are forcing Man City to be near perfect to even compete for the Premiership. Now Arsenal's attack are going to score 3 goals routinely per game. Never mind that Gabriel and Saliba are getting healthier. With Havertz healthy, they are going to score goals left and right. Generally, they start to score goals after the new year. And they scored 4 against Aston Villa. I don't care what anybody says. When Pep Guardiola parked the bus against Arsenal, he's helping Mikel Arteta win the Premier League. If Pep is an assassin, why would he park the bus against Arsenal at the Emirates? This time, you see, he's trying to help him win the Premier League. Man City are fully cooked. They could win the EFL Cup. That's their only hope of an immediate trophy. Otherwise, Arsenal are not letting this Premiership slip past their hands. They already played away at Chelsea. They've already played away at Liverpool. They've already played away at Newcastle. They've already played away at Liverpool. These return legs, Arsenal get these teams at home. They get Liverpool at home. They get Man United at home. They get Chelsea at home. They get Newcastle at home. They don't even have to face Aston Villa again. Man City have to face Aston Villa. Sunderland, they already played on the road. Arsenal gets Sunderland at home at the Emirates. The Emirates has been a fortress. It's over. Arsenal have won the Premier League. It's over. Today, it should confirm it. The rest of the Premiership has been rubbish. Man City and Arsenal have been good. I think Foden's overrated. I think he needs Gundogan and he needs Kevin De Bruyne. He isn't the same without these two guys, is he? He is not the same without these two guys. Arsenal have won the Premier League. Okay, they play Spurs. They play Spurs away, but you see, the most interesting league in all of Europe is the Serie A. It's the Italian Serie A. Napoli and Milan and Inter. It's a 3-horse race. La Liga, it's over. Listen, Real Madrid are not winning La Liga. Barcelona, they'd have to completely bottle it to lose it. I don't think they're slipping any points. This weak, garbage, rubbish Man City won 9 straight league games, and they're now back 4 points against the mighty Arsenal. The Premier League is over. The rest of the Premier League is rubbish. The top 2 spots are great. From 3 to 20 is garbage. Man United have been garbage. Chelsea are rubbish. Liverpool and Man United are garbage. Arsenal are simply not losing a Premier League like that. From 3 to 5 are genuinely garbage. United have not gotten better. Liverpool have taken a big hit. Chelsea are just rubbish again. What was he doing today? Putting in Reinders in the 80th minute. He should have put him in the 60th minute. Why was Reinders taking a break today? He should have been in. Reinders should have been in the 70th minute. He should have been in the 65th minute. Pep Guardiola is trying to help Mikel Arteta win the Premier League. He's trying to help his apprentice win the Premier League. Why the hell is he parking the bus against Arsenal at the Emirates? We have never seen Man City park the bus against anybody before. This shows me he's trying to help Arsenal win the Premier League. There's no other way to spin it. You don't park the bus against Arsenal, your top competition, if you're trying to win this Premier League. It's over. The Serie A is up for grabs this week. In future weeks, it's over. Arsenal are now starting to click where they can score 3, 4, 5 goals on a weekly basis. This is the new year. They have truly started to click. With a 4-goal performance against Aston Villa, suddenly Arsenal have found the goal-scoring output that we know they're accustomed to after the new year. There's no Liverpool. There's no secondary challenger. It's over. City won't even win the Champions League. They're rubbish this year. They're rubbish. There's no Gundogan. There's no De Bruyne. You have Doku, you have Savinho on the wings, but who's the maestro in the middle that can create the chances for Man City? Nobody. Foden is overrated without Gundogan and without De Bruyne covering the cracks of the midfield. He had a lot of support from that midfield in Man City. It's like Pogba on Juventus. He had a lot of help from Vidal and Andrea Pirlo and Marquisio. It's the same situation with Man City. He had a lot of help, Phil Foden, from guys like Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. The same exact comparison. It is over. You thought Gyökeres was struggling bad, and they were struggling with the striker position. They're up by 4 points despite Man City winning 9 straight Premier League matches. This is not the same Manchester City, is it? With that defense, they were without Saliba and Gabriel for a month. They were not healthy in the center back position for a good month. And they're still 4 points ahead of Man City. We have to face it. This is not the same Manchester City of previous versions of Manchester City. Arsenal have won the league. Nobody is going to stop them. Mikel Arteta will ensure that he's not going to bottle the Premiership because he needs his Premiership. And for Erling Haaland saying, you must stay humble, eh? My friend, you've had 0 trophies since that moment in time where you told him to stay humble. If you lose the EFL Cup final, all hell break loose. What if you guys have to present a guard of honor to Arsenal? Then that would really provide context to staying humble and stay humble. Because this was a great team without you. But they were already great without Erling Haaland to begin with. He provides, he's nothing special. He's not a Lionel Messi. He's a lump in the box who they can play the ball to him and he scores because he's waiting in the box. There's nothing special about these kind of guys, is there? They're just waiting for you to collect in the box. He's completely dependent on his midfielders. This is just like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a big lump in the box waiting for the midfield to collect. There's nothing special about that whatsoever. Anybody can be a big fat lump waiting in the box, collect a ball to head in for the goal. Because you're just sitting your ass in the box waiting to collect. You're not doing the extra work to create the scoring opportunity. There's no players out there like Lionel Messi out there that you can suddenly procreate tomorrow. They simply don't exist. This is a rare breed of football that we simply cannot procreate this easily in the next day. Yeah, listen. Okay, Christian Pulisic has been scoring goals like crazy in the Serie A championship. Won't surprise me at all if AC Milan win the Scudetto. It's between Napoli and Milan. I would say Inter are not going to win the championship because they're garbage. If Pulisic continues to score and they're not playing in Coppa Italia or European Championship, Milan does very well may win the championship this year in the Italian Serie A. If you've scored 11 goals or however many goals already, listen, this could be a guy on a mission, Christian Pulisic. And listen, if Milan don't win Scudetto and Napoli win the Scudetto, I mean, they play the tougher matches to begin the new year. They play Juventus and they play Lazio. They play the tougher matches. They play Inter the second time around Napoli. They play the tougher matches, and they don't face Juventus again after January. They don't face Napoli. They don't face Inter or Juventus again after January. And if they're winning these matches and then Bronya comes back, then Napoli are going to be a very tough team. But what I can say is, as a Juventino, is that, if Milan fail to win the championship, they fail to win the Campionato, and they get Sandro Tonali back, nobody's stopping Milan next year. Nobody's stopping Milan if they lose out on the Campionato and they get Sandro Tonali, because he bleeds his heart for Milan, and if Tonali joins Milan in this transfer window, they have that holding midfielder that Allegri really likes. Nobody's stopping Milan next year. Okay? There's really no in between. Milan win the Scudetto this year, or they fall short. They lose against Napoli, but then Tonali joins them. They have that holding midfielder. Pulisic is still scoring goals left and right, and nobody stops Milan next year. Inter, they don't win the big matches, do they? They don't win the big match. They lost against Atletico. They lost against Juventus. They lost against Milan. They lost against Napoli, and they have to go up against Arsenal in the Champions League. They could go up against Borussia Dortmund. They may have to play the playoff round in the Champions League. This is what Inter are most desperate to avoid, is playing in the playoff round. That's 2 extra matches in February if they do. And they're not beating Arsenal. They're not beating this version of Arsenal this year. Could they lose against Dortmund? They could lose against Dortmund. Even if they draw against Dortmund, it could cost them a top 8 position, a bye into the round of 16. So if Inter are in the playoff round in February, then this is going to favor Napoli and Milan in the Campionato, in the championship. Oh yeah, that's all that needs to be said about the soccer. And obviously, listen. Trevon Diggs on a team that's already number 6 or number 7 in pass defense. Listen, it's about tackling short of the stick. It really is about compensating for a banged-up secondary by having a guy who is an all-pro cornerback. You're not asking Trevon Diggs to cover the best receiver every play. Even if it's a number 2 or number 3 receiver, and you have a guy like Trevon Diggs shutting down a third of the field, that shortens the field for the opposition. I do like the tactics side of having Trevon Diggs on the Packers. He shuts down 1 or 2 options on the field. But I know Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love, these guys are looking to carry the team on their back. But this is not a defense that is designed to just, to take a lot of sacks and, shut the offense by the sacks and the quarterback pressure. No, it's mostly about taking away the deep pass downfield. That's really how the Packer defense operates. And in today's NFL, you're going to have to shut down the deep pass. I kind of already like how the Packer defense is constructed. This is how they shut down Jordan Love. And now he was a beast possessed. This is who Derrick Henry was. He's a beast possessed, but Packers were company men. NFL needed Ravens to win so they could have Ravens Steelers win or die game in week 18 is a meaningless game. This is what it was. Jimbo, the Texans are a team that will probably not win the Super Bowl, but I would not be surprised at all to see CJ Stroud make it to a conference championship game someday. Like the Texans have not made it to a conference championship game, but they'll probably make it to a conference championship game, but it's probably very unlikely that they make it to the Super Bowl. So I'm not disagreeing with you at all. They can make it to a conference championship game, but it's very unlikely they'll make it to the Super Bowl. It just all depends on the year that they're in the conference championship game. Like if Mahomes is coming back, and it's around the time that they open the new stadium, then like Houston Texans obviously won't make it. But could they make it to the conference championship game? Absolutely, they could make it to the conference championship game. Yeah, Lions are garbage. Listen, I'm a Cardinals fan. Understand, my team made it to the Super Bowl. The Cleveland Clowns had a winless season. My team did not have a winless season. The Lions had a winless season. They failed to make it to the Super Bowl. My team is neither one of these things. So despite the feudal history of the Cardinals, I mean, it could be worse. They could be the Detroit Lions. They could be the Cleveland Clowns. My team's not the worst in the history of the league. And that doesn't take away their futility, obviously. It doesn't take away their futility, but people want to act like the Cardinals are the worst team in league history, but that's not even close. That's not even close to being reality. Because, listen, growing up, I witnessed a Super Bowl championship run for my team. And not once did I see my team win Super Bowl games through a course of a regular season. Well, listen, they're still garbage. They're still garbage. The Bidwolves are garbage. Listen, that doesn't take away that either. And dude, Georgia has a bye week because they play a Ole Miss team without Lane Kiffin. Nobody was predicting Ole Miss to win tonight, were they? I mean, Georgia is up by 9 points. They have the ball. Is Ole Miss defense going to tire? They're out of solutions. Georgia can run out the clock. And I think the quarterback has a lot of veteran experience. He's got a lot of veteran experience to him, too. 3rd and 6, pretty manageable. Let's see how they do. And again, even if Ole Miss scores a touchdown, Georgia is still up. So this is a pretty manageable solution. You don't turn over the ball. You can punt the ball and play the field position. So this is a game where the margin of error is not very high on the Georgia side. The real Jay Stone says the Lions are scripted for the Super Bowl appearance in Super Bowl 61. Well, I don't think I can fully disagree with that. I mean, I still have Tampa Bay next year's Super Bowl, but I'm not fully disagreeing with you because the numbers are still there for them to make it because the Detroit Lions is Gematria 61 and next year it's Super Bowl 61. So I'm not fully disagreeing with you by any means. But he is Dan Gamble, and most likely we are looking back at the NFC Championship game. It's like, what if Dan Gamble kicked the field goal? So I don't think the Lions are going to make it to that same point and make it to the Super Bowl. I have to go Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the NFC side next year. I mean, the Tampa Bay wide receiving corps are going to be healthier next year. It's definitely a plus for the Bucs if Todd Bowles does get fired. So basically, if Tampa wins on Saturday, they don't automatically clinch the division. If Tampa wins, but the Falcons beat Saints, then an obscure tie-breaking scenario means that even if the Panthers lose on Saturday, the Panthers would still win the NFC South because of the obscure tie-breaking scenario. So that would be if the Falcons beat the Saints and the Panthers don't win on Saturday, doesn't eliminate the Panthers. Panthers could lose on Saturday, but Falcons beat the Saints, and this means that Panthers get saved and they're in the playoffs. So it's kind of a weird situation, a weird tie-breaking situation, but Panthers can get some help and still win the NFC South. As weird and obscure of a tie-breaking situation as it is. I can't do 2 playoff prediction videos because it's still not clear who wins between Seahawks and 49ers. Technically speaking, in the NFC South, it's still not automatic whoever wins between the Bucs and the Panthers. So a couple of situations here where I've got to wait on the victor of the outcome, and then I can release the playoff video for. The AFC side is more self-explanatory because nothing really is up for grabs. Jaguars are not losing in the final week. The Texans are not losing the final week. Chargers are resting their starting quarterback. It seems like there's more up for grabs on the NFC side with the Seahawks, Niners, and the Panthers and the Bucs, and those are not automatic winners. You can automatically tell they're going to win. It's just I think the Ravens-Steelers game is kind of more automatic. I would be stunned if the Steelers beat the Ravens, honestly. Credit the Ole Miss running Rebels. It's not easy competing without your head coach, but find a way to stay alive. So they get the credit, but obviously a tall order against Georgia. Hopefully Georgia doesn't fuck it up against Miami. Indiana looks like they'll win the championship. Hopefully they do. Anyone but Miami, honestly. Anybody but Miami. Fuck Miami. Hopefully Miami gets beaten badly by Georgia, then that will fully expose the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Ohio State Suckeyes. Ryan Day sucks. He sucks. He got lucky. He got lucky last year. He's a bum. He sucks. How do you lose against Carson Beck? How do you lose against that jackhole? Dude, you suck. Ryan Day is garbage. How do you lose against fucking Carson Beck? He's garbage. He's not even a Heisman. He's garbage. Ryan Day is a jackhole. He's garbage. He's garbage. Oh, fuck this gay ass college football playoff. The best teams are not even playing in a playoff. If James Madison doesn't fucking belong. Oregon were playing backups in the fourth. Oh, I don't want to hear you little slurp their little yards, Kurt Gang garbage. They're playing backups in the fourth quarter. That's just a hot pile of rubbish. Look at these jackholes try to. Well, James Madison, shut up, and they're playing backups in the fourth quarter. You're full of rubbish. Certainly, Oregon, Texas Tech is garbage. I think Notre Dame would have a much better effort than that garbage Big 12 conference. All you little fucking jackholes out there. All you little fucking Notre Dame hating ass bitches. The runner-up of the national championship game, they haven't lost a game since September. You are full of rubbish. They absolutely belong in this playoff. Nobody can disagree. There's no other way of spinning it otherwise. Let's go Georgia. Oh, man, still shut him down. Okay, yeah, that was not a turnover. That was just a great shutting down of the run play. This is beautiful. Indiana completely annihilates the beloved SEC. The beloved SEC gets completely annihilated by Indiana. This is beautiful. Yeah, bad boy. Be mad, be mad. Kiana, be mad, Kiana. What? Stop going up the stairs. Hey, Kiana. Be my man. Be man. Hey, man. Cats are a bunch of weirdos. They don't want to listen, do they? Be mad. She knows at me, but she wants to go upstairs. Be mad. Let me try bringing the cat over here. Be mad. Trevon Diggs can get an interception if they throw his way. Be mad. And there's some defensive tackle that the Packers have that they got from the Bears. He's suddenly going to show up the Chicago Bears, have a big play. NFL is scripted, understand? They picked him up from the Bears, and now he's on the Packers, understand? He's going to make a big play against the Bears. This shit is scripted. Fuck the garbage Bears anyways. They needed a fluke onside kick. This team is garbage. We got a loser Bears fan. Oh, they start harping up because they squeaked past the team with the onside kick. They're garbage. No wonder why their team has a toilet bowl as their logo. That C toilet bowl. They're garbage. Even the Cardinals have a toilet bowl logo. That's how garbage the Bears have been. This is not much of a game, right? Georgia already won. They're without Lane Kiffin. Let's see. Okay, Georgia is going to kick a field goal. I mean, they're already up by how many points? 9 points. They're already up by 2 possessions. Ole Miss are playing their hearts out, so yeah, they deserve some credit. That's a field goal. It's good. He missed it. He missed. He missed. Maryland. 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 Me, Maryland. 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 Georgia's defense are shutting him down. He's running backwards. It's a fourth down situation. Very well. Very well. Everyone. He's going for it. He got it. Oh, he got it. Then no one wants to tackle him. It's first and goal. Mamma mia. 4th and 3. This is insane. I don't think Georgia's defense is ready for that. 1st and goal. Mary be my one. Mary, everyone. Yeah, Georgia's defense was ready there. It's 2nd and long. It's a big win if they hold him to a field goal. Ole Miss is playing with house money. They have nothing to lose whatsoever. Miami, man. He's in for the touchdown. I think Georgia was a 6-point favorite. This is a 18-21 point game. You'll appreciate an underdog like Georgia playing with house money. I mean, they still got to where they were, even without their head coach. So all proper kudo respect for Ole Miss and their team, and just for having the kind of season that they're having, you know. 19-21. This amplifies the stakes for Georgia. Miami, man, on me, man. Okay. Even field right here. They get the even possession. Miami, man. Me, man, in one. Very bad. Now, Trayvon Diggs, you put him against Breeze or Brady or Rodgers, obviously he's having a hard time. But up against Jalen Hurts and Caleb Williams and a Rams team that's not playing good whatsoever with Matthew Stafford, I mean, the quarterback pool isn't as strong as it is in previous years, is it? It is not. Man, 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 boy, man, man. Ouch. Ouch. Man. The real J Stones. The Steelers will finish at 9-8 record like every year. Well, if Panthers win the NFC South, they would finish 9-8. If Ravens finish, I think if they win, they do finish 9-8. I have to check the Steelers record. Maybe I'll be more mean and maybe maybe. Here comes Georgia. Quarterback held onto the ball too long. He could have had a 2-3 yard gain to the tight end or wide receiver there. I'm telling you, if Georgia loses this game, they're a bunch of bottle jobs. They're a bunch of bottle jobs. Second down. Ole Miss, the crowd, it's going crazy. He didn't run downhill the entire time, did he? Ouch. Ouch. He's up here in the slot. Looks like he's going to get doubled, so you might have to look elsewhere. Third down 5. It's only 5 yards. He's garbage. He's garbage. He let it get tipped at the line. He's garbage. He's garbage. He's trash. He's trash. Kirby Smart, if he loses this game, he will not hear the end of it from the media. How did he not catch that ball? But a fake. Oh! A fake! They lined up the fake! What fake play? They went all balls out with that fake play call right there. Kirby Smart, he has a big, giant sack. He has a big, giant ball sack. That's big giant balls right there. Go for it on, go for a fake punt inside your own territory. Pass interference! Pass interference! Bad boy. For 6 yards. Play action run! He got him! He got him! What a play action pass! What a play that was, Keanu. What a play that was. You're good. You're good. You're good. Now you're good. You're good. She's good. Baby, man. Bye. She's good. She's good. She's good. Okay, let her go. They will be 8-24-18 if they hit the field goal. Kirby Smart's got some big giant balls. Listen, Ole Miss is playing with house money. We're at this point. They're playing with house change. This doesn't take anything away from how Georgia is. Like, little bums, go bet on that bum-ass Miami, that little bum-ass fucking Ryan Day. He's garbage. Hey, it winds the clock. Get a field goal. He gets sacked at midfield. It's a good field goal. It's good field goal. Good accurate field goal. Georgia, fuck Miami. Ohio State is garbage. Fuck Ohio State. Ohio State, you did not get your team ready to play whatsoever. Let's go, Georgia. You won't beat Indiana. Good job by the kicker. You're garbage. Ohio State is trash. You did not get your team ready to play whatsoever. You're garbage. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Lost and lucky on a career day with 3 touchdowns in the regular season win against Ole Miss. Does it to the Rebels again. Being led by their tough quarterback, Gunnar Stein.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check my outfit before meeting my girlfriend's family. Checking Allstate first was an excellent plan. Not checking which team my girlfriend rooted for? Yeah, not great. So check Allstate first, and you can save hundreds.
While the world's sweet dreams take shape at the University of Georgia, inspiration never stops. From first light, we're building, creating, and pushing new boundaries. Each moment sparks discovery. Every connection fuels our future. As we learn, grow, explore, take a moment to recharge, and then we get right back to it. It's a new day, Bulldogs. So tell me, how will you spend it?
On January 9th, the fight for survival begins. 312.
It's just right, like bundling your auto and letters on a budget.
Think of all the places that could expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points, alerts you to threats, and fixes identity theft guaranteed. Backed by our $1 million protection package. Join today.
This has been the most extraordinary experience of my entire life.
Want to see all the craziness? Someone put a hit out on my life. It's TV.
The fake punt. Landon Roldan, Lawson Lucky. Moved the chains. They marched down to field goal range. Hillary, Lawson Lucky's mom. Enjoying every moment of that. Laura Rutledge in a moment will tell you the story of the Lucky family. He loves playing against Ole Miss. Had 3 touchdowns in the win of the regular season. Lost by a tight end for Georgia in a game since 1942. George Koshner. And statistician Mike Swanson remembers him. But more on Lawson is Laura.
Well, just an incredible story.
Georgia's got this.
Family against Ole Miss the last time we had those 3 touchdowns. You see him running to his mom Hillary and his brother Cannon, who means the absolute world to him. He made the decision to stay close to home in Georgia. This was after that game, the best game of his career. Instead of going and celebrating, that was all the celebration he wanted, was to spend time with his little brother. He said now Cannon's like a celebrity. He doesn't miss games. And it's brought so much joy to his mom Hillary, who's been through a lot.
You can see he's surrounded by admirers, including Ole Miss fans. Hand off to Deuce Alexander. And he's dropped for a loss by Rayshon Dickens. So even with that fake punt, successful, Ole Miss defense doing its job again, forced the field goal. It's a 1-score game.
Yeah, the offense with some momentum. Starting to really find it a little bit in the run game, but the sideline stuff not working against the Dogs so far.
Likely the final play of the 3rd quarter. They won't snap it.
Yeah, these guys are cooked. Ole Miss is cooked. They score a touchdown in Georgia, they'll probably go up again. Yeah, they're cooked. Fuck Miami. Fuck Ohio State. Honestly, I won't care if Oregon takes it, honestly. So in Miami, you're not beating Mendoza. This is his home city. This is his home territory. Yeah, ain't shit if you make it far to the championship game. Indiana is gonna win this, baby. They're gonna win it. I don't give a fuck if Indiana's in the same state as Notre Dame. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Miami. Fuck your garbage Carson Beck. Fuck your garbage fans. Fuck every one of you. I ain't got nothing against Indiana. But Miami is pretty fucking goddamn relevant, and Ohio State's a pretty big piece of trash program. Their coach is not out for big games. Last year was an anomaly. It was an anomaly. He's not up for the big games this year. Good thing they're stuck with it. The Ohio State's not winning shit next year either.
They're all strong. We're all strong.
Especially with what Lemon is building at Oregon too. That garbage quarterback, he's a piece of shit too. There are a lot of piece of shit quarterbacks starting out to play in pro football. He's one of them.
You've got the fuel you need to support your team.
And he's garbage. He cannot deliver the big throws where he delivered He's garbage. He's not a run system quarterback. He's piece garbage. All you little run ass, trash ass quarterbacks, y'all ain't shit in the NFL. Y'all worthless. You're the reason why this game has gone to crap. DJ Moore's crap. Mendoza's the first pick. All these little run ass quarterbacks, they ain't shit. They don't develop quarterbacks like they have in the past. Have they? Nah. These quarterbacks are garbage. They think they're the hot shit. They're the hot shit because they're surrounded by great recruits. They ain't shit. Everybody's surrounded by great recruits in the NFL. What were you gonna do when you're in the NFL, huh? These guys ain't shit. They ain't the hot shit that they think they are, don't they? They don't want to be junkies dissecting defenses, do they? At least Mendoza appears like he's a junkie. At least we regulation, we got a great quarterback for the future. Finally, a real quarterback. He got the pass off, but they still have to throw a touchdown. Nice poise by the quarterback. He's running backwards and he kind of dumps it off. Running back there kind of just drifts to the outside in a check down position. Kind of good play design right there, too. Slow blitz. They confuse him. George is right there. They get the check down again.
And these two quarterbacks playing schoolyard football and putting on a show. And how about Trinidad Chambliss? The creativity, the
Georgia's defense is not accounting for the check down, are they?
keeping his eyes downfield still. Finds Lacey's great close, by the way.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
KJ Bowman surprised that ball did not get dislodged. So strong by Lacey to stay on his feet and get just enough for a critical third down conversion. C.J. Allen finally came to make the tackle. Lacey playing with a badly injured left shoulder. There was some question about whether he plays wearing a brace.
These SEC teams are very familiar with each other. Doesn't matter if there's no Lane Kiffin there. I don't think Ole Miss has faced off against Georgia this year, but they're very familiar with each other. They're very familiar with each other.
You mentioned Jamel Brown, Kyron Jones suffered injuries this season. Officials are talking to
Greg Meyer, Ole Miss's substitute.
He was the one that actually brought Lacey to the ground, so he's going to come out for a snap, playing his games to try to stay in.
I wonder if there's some concern if he has a concussion. He's their leading tackler.
But still, they're at the 30-yard line. Still 70 more yards to go.
First and 10 Ole Miss. 1 minute into the fourth quarter of this college football playoff quarterfinal. Chambliss again around down the field.
Now they're in Georgia territory.
They went to the 20-yard line with a 44-yard play. I mean, are you kidding me? The right guy gets blown up and he's got to find time. It's on the face mask. I mean, he's on fire right now. He's hit 3 threes in a row in NBA Jam, and he's on fire. He can't miss. Dodging the rush. Making plays after play. Catches for 143 for Wallace.
This is straight out of a movie.
Goes Strickland. Close to another.
They haven't scored yet. This is straight out of a movie.
I mean, it's a heat check all day long. Your quarterback's got you down here making
As something as simple as getting to the check down, to make it look easy. They're making it look easy.
Charlie Weiss's quarterback is.
Charlie Weiss, son of Charlie Weiss,
Playmaker like this man running the show. Trinidad
son of
Campbell.
Fatso.
Georgia taking his time.
He used to be our coach, Charlie Weiss.
Lane clock's running down. The Ole Miss fans are booing. Cheryl Chambliss looking on. They need to snap it. They just did. Keon Lacey
First down.
makes his way down to the 10. And it is a first down.
Don't go for 2 if they score a touchdown. They're trying to be up by 3 points over Georgia.
Chambliss was great for 3
It's a
quarters.
first and goal at around the 10-yard line.
Invented his first road start.
Chambliss is doing the business well without Lane Kiffin.
Since then,
First and goal at the 10. 10 yards. First and goal at the 10.
he's 11 for his last 11. Looking like he's going to ride us.
Now it's second and goal at the 6, at the 5.
In the regular season meeting, it was his team that had a 9-point lead going into that fourth quarter, but Georgia outscored them 17-0 to win 43-35.
He learned a lot about himself in that game. Where, hey, they got a little big for him. Things moved a little fast. And now, in this situation,
It's territorial pride.
way bigger because winner go home. He's rising to the occasion. So
When it's an SEC matchup, it means a lot more.
In the Fiesta Bowl. Keon Lacey launches for the
I think he's just short. They say he's in. He's in. Touchdown. Keon Lacey. Now, are they going to go for 2? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, baby. Vamos Argentina. Happy New Year. We're going to win the World Cup. There ain't no doubt about it. Piano fans are delusional. This is the year of Messi. They know Messi's 165 days left in the year after July the 19th. Just like 165 days after Lionel Messi's birthday, won MLS Cup. We already won, baby. This is a wild, wild game. This game is great. This game is scripted too. Global right-wing Republicans, this game is rigged. It's all about ratings at this point for ESPN. It's a bunch of rigged crap. It's a bunch of rigged crap for ratings. Georgia's gonna score. They're gonna win. We've seen this movie before. It's rigged for ratings. They needed this after Indiana won by how much? 31-3 or something like that. I mean, there are no advertiser dollars to go around there in that game or in the Oregon game, was there?
We're just kidding. College football, it's a everything.
Ever since we told Jason Kelsey NFL Sunday Ticket is just $4.99 for football fans, he hasn't stopped cheering. NFL Sunday Ticket, now just $4.99 for one more glorious Sunday.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits and a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. and get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your world?
Buffalo Wild Wings Big Six for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
For two humans, not whatever you are.
I am a burger-loving buffalo with wings.
I've never seen a naked model like you in my entire life.
Oh, I get that a lot. You should see my mom. Big Six meal for two for $19.99.
I can't afford to overpay.
Doc, are you hiding from used car shopping?
Maybe. I'm always here to help.
Show me, Carfax.
Carfax can show how damage affects price, so you don't have to overpay. Always look for me and shop millions of great deals at Carfax.com.
When your team wins, you feel like a winner. But when your team wins and you get your favorite burrito delivered with DoorDash, you feel like a winner. Maybe that's too much winning energy. DoorDash, your door to that winning energy.
Let's check out tonight's Good Hands play brought to you by Allstate. Georgia opts to bring pressure here. It's the two-point conversion attempt a moment ago. Looks like it's going to get home. And Trinidad Shields has to throw it. Look, nobody's open. He's going to throw it before he's got a guy breaking free. Just trusts it. Floats into the back of the end zone. He's got Wallace, which is weird. The quarterback never sees the ball. That's just great anticipation by Kansas playing fast and beating the blitz.
Georgia is going to score the touchdown here. The world is a stage. I'm not taking away anything from Ole Miss, but the world's a stage. They're able to sell some advertisement slots after this Ole Miss touchdown. I think money talks, honestly. See that? We'll see if Georgia tie the game with a field goal if they score the touchdown. Certainly get me watching. How do they not tackle him?
Two rebels look like they would sack him. And instead he turned it into a 3-yard gain.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing after another. He's got Harris in the backfield. Looks like he's got him at 6'8" and strong as can be. Eccles almost passed the
Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin certainly does not want them to win. So I could have been there. I could have been there to watch us win.
He gets stood up at the 32. It'll be 3 on 3rd.
I think it's 2-down territory.
10:40 to go. Harris a little slow to get up. In the first meeting, it was a big
2-down territory.
The defense got tired. Because Ole Miss had the ball for less than 23 minutes. Time of possession just about even tonight. 3 on 10 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 3. Catch Jones, the running back. Stockton wants to do it himself. He didn't get there.
He's garbage.
They need 2. It's 4th down. Will Kirby Spark send the punt team on.
I think he's a chicken shit. He should go for it on 4th down. It's 1 yard, isn't it? You should go for it.
As they tend to him, we'll step aside. 9:57 to go. What a show being put on by Chambliss and Stockton and these two terrific teams.
I think you should go for it. If it's 1 yard or inches, you should go for it.
Luxuriate with your faves on the $5 box. Be transported to more opulence with the $7 box. Or encounter a world of delights in the $9 box, like the cheesy dipping burritos with creamy garlic sauce. It's luxe for less. Choose your 5, 7, or $9 Los Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network, so you can watch the game together, even when you're away.
We know you need that today.
My wife is having a baby.
Staying connected matters. That's why on the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for 4-day service. That's all part of the AT&T guarantee.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can start new.
I come from the no biscuit, no biscuit school, pure big ballery.
Taxes was chasing.
I think if it's inches, if it's a yard, you honestly, if you're the Georgia Bulldogs, if you're better than their motherfuckers lining up behind the center, I think you should go for it and get the 1 yard. And force them to be near perfect on their defense. No guarantee that their defense will get the stop. With the momentum that is shifted on the Ole Miss side. I think you need something to stall the momentum of the crowd. That'd be a first down.
Gerald Chambliss so proud of her son, as she should be on and off the field. Incredible player. A young man of great
Fuck
character,
Miami.
hoping to lead
Fuck
Ole Miss
Miami.
to the semifinal.
I think Oregon's going to lose. That quarterback is garbage. I think Mendoza's going to do the business. I think Lemon, he doesn't know when to go for it on 4th down.
Who did not punt at all in the regular season game, lined up as if they were going to punt. Now they run this unit on, probably trying to get Ole Miss to jump offside. Or will Kirby Smart have them snap on 4th and 2 at their own 33? Nothing would surprise. Stockton is out there. They do snap it. And he's under pressure.
He's sacked. He's sacked.
Centurion Perkins.
You should have ran the ball. Run the ball, cocksucker. Run the ball. You got too cute. He got too cute. The left tackle didn't cover the outside pass rusher. This was a missed assignment. That's on the left tackle right there. He should have blocked him. This is a cool story for Ole Miss. This is something out of a movie. They're up 21 to 12. This is straight out of a movie.
I agree with you. 12 consecutive completions from Chambliss. Going for 13. He has it. And another touchdown.
This game was sold by Las Vegas. They sold it very well. They did. Aha! Take that, Lane Kiffin. Take that. Take that, Lane Kiffin. Take that. Take that. I'm going for Ole Miss all the way. Ole Miss against garbage Miami. Let's go, Ole Miss. Let's go, Ole Miss.
With 9:02 to go. Set up by the defense.
Let's go, Ole Miss.
During this Lane Kiffin peak holding era, this defense is secondary, not tonight. The offense takes advantage.
Well, this is a deep check for the quarterback. It's two high safeties. Normally you would just hand it off in this situation. Instead, Chambliss says, I'm feeling it. I I got one-on-one. You cannot cover this back shoulder. I'm going to put him out wide out. And he's exactly right because DeMello Jones is in a perfect spot. It doesn't matter.
Look at that.
The throw is
Look at that.
right to the chest. And the AT&T connection.
Georgia got roasted. Lane Kiffin got roasted. Look at that. Look at that.
For a lot of the decision making, including the fake punt, but that seemed like a little much with this much time left in your defense.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wallace, the touchdown, is first on 156.
Take that, Lane Kiffin. Take that.
13 passes in a row.
Field of dreams.
That is the Sugar Bowl record. So passing marks of 12 in a row by Tim Tebow for Florida against Cincinnati in 2010. Michael Penix Jr., 12 in a row against Texas in the CFP semifinal here a couple of years ago. When you're doing something that surpasses what Tebow and Penix did, you have done something. A remarkable night in the colorful and legendary history of the Sugar Bowl.
Incredible. And a big tune for Trinidad Chambliss. A year ago, he's playing Division II football. Early in the season, he transfers. What's an opportunity to play in the big time? There's probably be a backup. Maybe he gets a chance. He takes that chance in week 3. And look at the performance tonight at the biggest stage the sport has to offer.
And he came to Ole Miss knowing he was likely to be a backup. Got the opportunity when Simmons got hurt. Boy, is he run well. So now Stockton and the Dogs really up against him. He's going deep, single coverage out there, lots of collisions. And a flag is thrown.
What? Flag is thrown.
Down 10 was the intended receiver, Jalen Braxton, in coverage.